Welcome back to the channel, everyone. And this one's a little bit different. This is the very first Strength Fam podcast, Strength Fam podcast. We've been wanting to do this for a very long time now, and finally got some good quality mics. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. And today, our very first guest on episode 1 is none other than my daughter, Jade. Say what's up, Jade.
Hello.
Tell them a little bit about yourself, Jade.
Okay, if you're new here, my name is Jade, and I am 8 years old. Been powerlifting since I was 7.
So she's been powerlifting since she was about 7 years old, roughly. Into 7, into what, your 8th birthday, right? That's when you really started. Well, you really started training like a little before her 8th birthday. What made you want to powerlift?
My brother.
Your brother? Mm-hmm. What was it about your brother? Just seeing him at competitions or seeing him train?
And I finally caught up to his medals.
Oh, she did. So each one of them actually have 3 competitions apiece. And what federation do you compete in? The federation, usapl, USA Powerlifting. So at the age of 8 years old, she already has 3 USA Powerlifting meets, and she's in the database and has put her numbers on the platform. You know, I know some people who talk about competing but have yet to step on the platform, and that's not a diss or a knock at anybody. I'm just saying that you have to give credit to this little girl being 8 years old and competing. So when she originally started powerlifting, she came up to me and she was like, she wanted to do a meet, and I was like, man, the age in the USAPL is 8 years old. That's the earliest you can compete in comp in that fed. So she came to me and I was like, man, talked to my wife, and we looked at meets a little after her birthday. She turned 8 years old in February, and we were like, all right, so there was a meet in April. Her brother was actually set up to compete that year as well, and we just said, why not? We ended up having them do the same meet. And so if you haven't seen that video on the channel, go ahead and check that video out and see how both of them did. So Jade, when you first stepped on the platform, can you explain to people like how did you feel? Like, you know, that's a lot to take in.
I felt nervous, shy, excited.
A lot of mixed emotions.
Yeah.
And for your first meet, like, were you worried about like commands or anything? Because for those of you not really familiar with powerlifting, man, you have commands. Like, it's not just like you're in the gym just doing a lift with no standards. You know, you have someone telling you when you can squat as soon as you have knees locked out, bar controlled and whatnot, and you're ready to squat. And then with bench, you have them telling you start, you have them telling you to press, you have them telling you rack. When you finish a squat, they tell you to rack as well. So with those kind of things, were you a little nervous that you're going to mess those up, or were you pretty confident in your training?
Yeah.
Did you think you were going to mess up?
Yeah, a little bit.
So how did you feel the first time, like when you stood up there? And I know a lot of people are different. When you stood up there and you saw all those people, like, how did you feel? You want me to tell you how I felt?
I had stage fright.
Stage fright?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so. And then before I go any further, Jade is rocking a nice little shiner there. She got that last night. Her birthday is actually this Tuesday, the 25th. So this is a little, episode before her birthday. She's pretty excited about that. But you want to tell them how you got that? She just want to say she was playing with her cousins and at my mother-in-law's house and tripped, fell into.
Trip?
Oh, what'd you do? You fall over?
No, I was crawling and then I jumped and then I went straight into the plug in the wall.
Yeah. So she ran into that, and we didn't think it was gonna be that bad, but it's still not that bad, not yet. Huh? The little scratches, but
yeah.
But so she said she got stage fright, and for me, I mean, I don't think I was really too nervous. I just had a lot of mixed emotions, just like herself, and I saw the crowd go out there. I mean, you kind of get prepared a little bit, right, when you walk into the venue and you see everybody set up and you're warming up. You kind of get a feel for not only the environment, the venue, your competitors. You see all these people and different things, and you want to treat it like another training day, huh? You just want to say, hey, this is no big deal, another training day. But a lot of people handle it differently. For myself, I kind of like go back to the movie like Eminem, 8 Mile, palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti, nervous. And I was just like, man, you know what? I trained all this time, right? I put in all this work into this prep, so, I'm going to go out there and do what I do regardless of who's here. And I kind of get like that tunnel vision. As soon as I step out on the platform, I'm just surged with energy. I'm just ready to do what I got to do. And I can hear all of your voices out there, but I just lock in and focus on what I have to do. And do you hear voices? Do you hear everybody's voices cheering you on? Or do you like kind of tune out?
I hear it and then I feel nervous.
Mm-mm. So out of the 3 lifts, squat, bench, and deadlift, which would you say is your favorite lift? Deadlift? That was fast. And why the deadlift?
Because I'm the most good at it. And because I'm a deadlifter.
Yeah, you are a deadlifter. For those who know Jade, knows that she does pack a big pull. And for those of you who don't, she can, her best in the gym is 100 pounds, which she smoked at. And her best on platform and comp is 99 pounds. So yeah, she's a very big deadlifter. When she did that, she was weighing around 40 odd pounds. So double body weight pull for her. Really, really solid deadlifter. Her other lifts too, how do you feel about the squat? Like what goes through your head when you squat? Because squat is the first lift, right? When you go out there, you got to squat.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the squat? Do you feel like it's uncomfortable?
It's my second best.
Second, like favorite?
And best.
Yeah. And then bench. Got no love for bench?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Me on the other hand, I'm somewhat, a lot of people call me a bencher. Bench. I'm in the 400 club at 74, 75 kg. So yeah, I like all 3 lifts, man. Honestly, I feel like the more mental lift for me is gonna be squat, because I know that I can't afford to mess up there, and I really have to get dialed in for that one. Bench comes fairly normal to me. I've been doing a lot of my whole life, a lot of upper body and a lot of body weight exercises. So naturally, I was pretty good at benching. Deadlifts, for me, I am a big deadlifter, but deadlift, everything has to just be going right for my deadlift to be, good on that day. You got any questions for me? You want to ask anything about my powerlifting? Because you now have a year of powerlifting experience, like a little over a year as far as training, but April will be a full year for you competing in powerlifting.
How long have you been powerlifting?
So I did my first meet in 2017, September. So what is that?
When I was 1? Is it that picture right there?
I think that was, I don't remember which Aggie that was. We've done already like 3 Aggie showdowns, so I'm not sure which one that was. But no, do have a picture of my first meet, and you were already a year old.
Okay.
So I've been competing for about 7.5 years.
7.5 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a good while. Yeah.
So you started when you were 20? I mean, not 20, 29 or 30?
Yeah,
30.
somewhere around there. Yeah. You're telling my age, you're giving my age away, man. But yeah, so I've been doing powerlifting for, 7.5 years, and I love it. Honestly, man, my lifts have been on fire for those who follow me on social media, Instagram, all that. You see the lifts, and if you are checking out the channel, then you already know everything's been moving. So pretty happy there. Next question is, how does powerlifting help, or how has it helped you in your daily activities?
Lifting up really heavy things. Like, let's say, my mom's plants.
Like if she
Those
needs
are
help.
heavies.
Yeah, so it makes your day-to-day, average things that you do like a little easier. Like she's real quick to help carry the groceries in, right? You can how many bags can you carry of groceries in?
It depends how heavy they are.
But do you think that what do you think that if you weren't lifting and you didn't start powerlifting, what do you think things would have been like? Harder?
Harder for me. And I wouldn't be able to help Mom. I wouldn't be able to do the groceries.
Mm-hmm.
All I would be able to do is just sit in silence.
Not sit in silence, but
Yeah.
But you'd feel a little helpless, is what you're trying to
Yeah.
say, as far as trying to help out. So we kind of covered that one already, like your emotions. So, do you have a favorite meet day food?
Well, meat day
Like when you
food.
compete, or when you train? Is there like
Can
something?
it be at a restaurant?
Or let's say if we like to go eat after competing. So do you have a favorite like meal that you like, or you prefer to go eat after, or is it just what's your go-to restaurant or go-to meal after a meet?
Wings and more or Chick-fil-A.
And some more Chick-fil-A. So what is your favorite food? Period. Like your favorite food, like pizza, chicken.
Cherries.
Cherries. That's a little fruit, but that's cool. Well, like you don't have a pizza. Pizza your favorite. Chicken.
Cherries.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, what do you like most about training?
That's it.
No, like when you're training, like what is like on days that you don't have deadlifts? So like, what's your favorite thing? You know, like when you train.
Squat.
When you train, like, do you get like a pump, or do you like finishing training because you feel like you're accomplished?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, how long do you think that you can keep powerlifting, or do you want to keep powerlifting?
I do.
How long?
My whole life.
Your whole life?
Until I become a grandma and can no longer lift weights.
Mm-hmm.
My
So
grandchildren.
what are your goals for powerlifting? Like,
I mean, I already accomplished one goal, is to be number 1 in the world, but to be the greatest powerlifter, the youngest and greatest of all.
And those some big goals, huh? So last year in her weight class in the usapl, Jade finished ranked number 2. in her age group and in her weight class. She was number 2 in the country. And right now, because we are early on in the year, she is ranked number 1 in her weight class. And we do have a meet planned out and everything. And you have to check out the channel and see what that meet is, and we'll see how things go in the following months. But Jade's on track to keep on pushing and adding a lot to her total, because we've been in prep and some of her lifts look way better than when she was in prep for this last meet. Do you have any things that like motivate you, like when you compete, like other than like things that you think of that make you work harder, or
Sophia?
And then like is there like somebody who inspires you, or like who was your last meet dedicated to? Grandma Suarez. What about this last meet? Who'd you dedicate the last meet to?
My friends.
But there's a certain person that was supposed to be there that wasn't there. He wanted to watch you, but he couldn't be there.
My hairstylist.
Popo. Remember
Popo.
you said you wanted Popo to be there, right? But
oh yeah.
For the Aggie Showdown. Yeah. So, and like, how does that help you? Like, what do you do when you get ready for like a big lift? Like, what do you do? Like, do you think about stuff, or do you not think about stuff?
I physically say in my head, okay, you can do this. It's alright. Don't be nervous. You can do this.
That's good. Who keeps you on track when you're training? Is your Bubba? Is he like a big critic of yours when he comes in here?
He's a bad critic, but yeah.
A bad critic? He's real critical, because Bubba, if y'all don't know, Anthony is like a real technician. Like, he's somewhat of a perfectionist with his lifts. He prides himself on his lifts. So him and Jade, when they are in here together, they like to really like pick at each other, and sometimes I have to separate them. But yeah, those two like stay on top of each other. Do you think that Bubba does it because he cares?
Yeah.
I think he cares. Like, he tries to help you, like when on certain lifts he'll tell you, hey, you're doing this, you need to do this. You don't always want to hear it, but it does mean well.
He doesn't even say that. He just says trash whenever I don't do a good thing.
Yes, he does tell you. He tells you on your deadlift setup, he'll tell you feet, or hey, you're doing this with your feet.
He doesn't say hey though.
Oh, well.
He just tells me it.
Yeah.
Cause he's
What do you have here?
my cup.
Your cup. What you got on there on your cup? A couple of your stickers. Decking it out. Making it yours. Is it do you think that having a home gym is pretty cool?
Yeah. Some kids lie about having their home gym, and I know it's a lie, cause they'd be saying some crazy stuff, but I ain't lying, cause I actually do have one.
So what, when you first started like powerlifting, before powerlifting, both the kids, they were around gym equipment for a while. I think it was not really too sure what year it was. It had to have been I'm trying to think what meet I was in prep for. I think it might have been the second Aggie. But yeah, we had a home gym for a good while, and originally we had it in our garage, and I used to love that setup. It was a little bigger than this, and had a lot more equipment in there. We had like a bench rack, and we had this rack. We had squat stands, had a lot of stuff. That garage setup was pretty epic. I mean, it's just the only things that were bad about it is the fact that here in Texas, you know, it is hot, which is fine. We don't mind sweating, but you know, when it came to the cold weather, it's hard, you know, try to make sure that the temperature was just right to be able to train. Because if you train in box gyms and there's outdoor gyms, warehouse gyms, all that stuff, you already know how it is trying to control, you know, temperatures and adjust to climates. But yeah, Jade and Ant both were kind of exposed to being around weights, being around barbells, being around plates, training, loud music, all that stuff, the grunts, the screams, the slamming of the plates, all that stuff, you know. I have pictures, I'll put some pictures up here, you know, of some of the pictures we have of her, you know, setting up under, you know, the bar while I was benching and trying to pick up dumbbells, and her making the noises at an early age, like sitting there like and trying to brace. But yeah, so she was kind of around that stuff early on, her and her brother. So like with training, you want to tell them like what kind of bar you used when you first started training?
Can I show them?
You don't have to grab it because it'd be too much, but a curl bar. That's what she used. So she originally used a curl bar, and curl bar weighs like 17 pounds. She used that originally, and then we ordered her
a new bar. It weighed 5 pounds.
We ordered her a training bar from Rogue, and that kind of didn't end up going too good, right?
The top was both of the ends were too short for any more plates, and it was very small. We would have to, on the deadlift rack, we would have to put the edges on the hooks.
Yeah, it was. You can go grab that one right there.
Which one? The 5 pound?
Yeah. I can show them real quick what this looks like. So this is the Rogue bar we're referring to. This is 5 pounds. And what we're talking about is this is real narrow. It's not too long. When we originally ordered it, we looked at all that, but it just didn't fit our rack. It won't even fit on the deadlift jack either. So we're having to modify a lot of stuff just to make this work. And it weighs 5 pounds, so we figured we'd be able to load this up. We have some bumpers and other plates, but just didn't work out. It was more of a pain and hassle than anything. And go put that back. Be careful. And we have this 33-pound barbell that was Ant's, one of his original bars that he used. And that was a little bit too heavy for her training, so we ended up buying her a Bells of Steel bar. That bar is 15 pounds. It works perfect for everything she has to do. And then she's a deadlifter, so like we said, that this 33-pound bar, we use that, rotate that in during comp and prep when we're training. But yeah, that's about it. And then she moved up in bars and started moving up in weight, and here we are a year later, and she's a lot stronger, and yeah, just getting better every day. Got anything else you want to add?
Did you forget the bonus question?
I know that one. That's gonna be at the end. But you have anything else you want to say or tell? You want to say hi to any of your friends if they end up watching it? Just want to say hi.
Can I say their names?
Just tell them hi. You can if you want, as long as you don't go with no long list. You're gonna bring out something like the Declaration of Independence, a big old scroll with all this.
I only have one friend I can call out to, is Alexa. If you're watching this, hello.
So think that's it for this first podcast. It was fun. Before we close this podcast out, I have one question.
Bonus question.
One question that I'm going to ask you. And the question is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
My superpower would be not to feel any pain. Because of this.
That's a cool one, you know. That's with anything. You might hit your toe or stub your toe or something like that.
Or break it.
Yeah, that's a really good one. That's it. This was, me. Nah, I'm not gonna say mine. It's just gonna be for guests that we bring on. We ask them. That's gonna be the question. Might even mix it up, so you might not be prepared for that. That is it. It was a good first podcast. It was cool.
Yep.
Fun, not too bad. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you could, tap the subscribe button. It really helps. Share this podcast if you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you like that. And that's about it. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.